It's your boy Crypto Millie back with double time. I literally just had to kill a big ass wasp in my house, right? So if you see me looking around, you know what I mean? I couldn't confirm it, but I'm looking around making sure. I don't even know how the dog got up in here, but he had a rude awakening. All right, so in this video, hold on, let me turn down my trenches right here. In this video, we're gonna be talking about Subnet 93 Bitcast. I want to kind of like double down on my thesis of Bitcast and just give you guys an update of what's going on within the TAO Bittensor ecosystem. We got to keep these consistent. I think it's the best ecosystem right now, especially if you're a starter in crypto and you're looking to get involved with passive income. There's a lot of opportunity within the Bittensor TAO ecosystem. Of course, you got to do your homework. You got to network. You got to put yourself in a position to win. It ain't just going to happen. But compared to a lot of those ecosystems that have tons of things going on, I think this ecosystem, Bittensor TAO, makes it real easy to kind of like focus and instead of like what they say, be a jack of all trades or and not be elite at none, right? So we want to be elite at Bittensor, and you know we want to focus on some of the subnets that are doing pretty good. Now, first thing I want to focus on here is the total three. We did get above our resistance here at about 931 billion. We're looking to print a confirmation candle here on the weekly with rising volume momentum in the altcoin market. So it's safe to say if the Bitcoin dominance continues to fall, we continue to get these catalysts and bullish things that's coming out about the cryptocurrency space. It's a good chance that we could see more rallies in altcoin, the altcoin market. I am specifically bullish here on Bittensor. I think Bittensor is looking to reclaim that 50-day moving average, similar to what we've seen from the Solana chart. We got more value coming in. We got an uptrend on the stock RSI, and I just think that at some point, if we do get an altcoin season and an altcoin rally, Bittensor is going to be one of the top performers. Now, there's only 128 subnets, guys. There's only 128 subnets to focus on right now. Quantum subnet 63. I do hold subnet 63 is up 167% on the 7-day. Remember, you earn APY and you also can earn multipliers with these subnets. But you want to understand how emissions work. You can see that the emissions for quantum subnet 63 is very high, which means it has a lot of demand. You can also see here Templars getting a lot of demand as well. Bitcast, not as much demand, but I want to talk about why that demand is coming and why you're getting this project specifically at a premium, sitting at a $2 million market cap. Originally, we talked about this around a $700,000 market cap. This is the premier marketing platform for creators. If you're into like attention and the attention economy and the creator economy, this right here is solely focusing on bringing the right eyes and, you know, marketing the Bittensor ecosystem. But it can excel outside of the Bittensor ecosystem, which I think at some point it is, right? We're already starting to see multiple partnerships. In fact, I think they just partnered here. See if I can actually find it. I just wrote it down. I thought I had it pulled up here, but they did just partner. I don't know why I just pulled it up, but I must have erased it, but they just partnered with Subnet 106 and also Subnet 64, which is the number one subnet in the space, right? They just partner with Chutes, and they also partner with Subnet 106, which is working to bring the Solana bridge and bring that liquidity from Sol into the Bittensor ecosystem. So you should see a lot of things happening with 106 and also Subnet 64. But I want to go over my post when I talked about what was actually going on with Bitcast. Follow me now. So I'm gonna break this down and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Right, make this a very quick video. YouTube takes 45% of ad revenue. Brands waste billions on fake influencers. Agencies steal half of your earnings. What if I told you that Bittensor Subnet 93 just solved all of this, right? So everyone thinks that the creator economy is booming. Here's what's actually happening. Creators get pennies per view. Brands waste millions on fake engagement. Agencies take 30 to 50% of the cuts. No transparency in payments. The system is completely broken. This is all facts, right? If you are a creator on YouTube, you know this is facts. You know that these brands try to get fake engagement to get sponsors, right? And then the sponsors get pretty much wrecked, right? And if you are working with a marketing agency, you may think you're getting a big bag when they give you these deals, but they're actually giving you what's left over, kind of like a guy that's running a construction camp, right? That the leader of the construction camp gets the check and he kind of divvies out what he wants to divvy out to the workers that's actually doing the work, right? So no transparency, and payments, the system is broken, right? But here's what most people don't know. Bitcast just launched as Bittensor Sub 93, and it's the first AI subnet designed specifically for content creators. No agencies, no contracts, no middleman, just pure crypto payments based on real engagement, which I can attest that this is actually real, right? I have a miner set up with Bitcast, and my miner mines 24/7, right? As long as I'm going over the briefs and creating content, it runs and it far exceeds something like YouTube and these other platforms, right? Unless you're a really, really big creator, right? So you can see creators are moving away from traditional creator agency. So the more creators that come to Bitcast, the more briefs and companies that will want to work with Bitcast because they see all the creators over here. So if all the creators over here in Bitcast and they're working with the throughout the Bittensor ecosystem, guess what happens, right? Products, services, other subnets, other projects outside of Web3, and even projects in Web2 may ask and partner with Bitcast. And we're already seeing it, right? A lot of these subnets are starting to see a lot of creators working with Bitcast, and now they're partnering with them, right? Hence, we got the partnership with Void, which is subnet 106, and also subnet 64, which is Choots. It's very simple how it works. Creator launches a Bitcast miner. You link your account, YouTube. I believe they got other platforms coming as well. Excuse me, my nose is itching, but they got other platforms coming in right now. In the future, but right now they're focusing on just YouTube. Picks content briefs from the platform, creates videos matching the briefs, earns TAO tokens daily based on performance. It's completely automated. Again, I can attest that this flywheel. You hear the word flywheel everywhere today, right? Hey, guys, flywheel. But the genius part, validators on the subnet verify engagement metrics in real time. No fake views, no bot farms, no gaming the system. Every payment is transparent and traceable on the Bittensor blockchain. They even got a script tester where you can actually put your video in the transcripts within the tester to make sure it passes and you're not doing any fake metrics. And this is great for the platforms, the companies, the projects, the subnets that are working with Bitcast, but also Bitcast, right? And also the people that buy the alpha token, because you got to remember a lot of the influencers get paid in the alpha token and there's selling pressure there. But again, if everything is working like this flywheel, right? A lot of people don't understand that every deal that Bitcast get, regardless, it's paid in TAO, and whatever they pay, right, it goes to buybacks of the alpha token. So it really takes away from that selling pressure, right? Because you may get selling pressure from some of the creators looking to, maybe take some of their earnings off the table. But then you got those buybacks coming in from the actual liquidity and capital that comes from the deals with these partnerships. The genius part, validators on the subnet verify engagement metrics in real time. No fake views, no bot farms, no gaming the system. Current market stats that will blow your mind. Bitcast is only trading at a $2 million market cap. So all this going to take is for a few 100 million runners and maybe a couple 1 billion runners to happen. Maybe two. I think there's a few tokens, alpha, that can run to 1 billion in the Bittensor ecosystem, similar to what we see in the Solana ecosystem. So, it's only 128 subnets. They'll take the cap off soon, and at some point it's going to be 1,000 subnets. So this is why the potential of the Bitcast flywheel is unlimited, because as the ecosystem grows, you got to only assume that Bitcast is going to grow as well, right? And they're targeting a 250 billion creator economy. The entry point is ridiculously low, but here's the part that changes everything. Instead of competing for scraps for YouTube ad revenue, creators earn TAO back rewards for educational content. The more valuable your content, the more crypto you earn daily, automatically, and transparently. While everyone is chasing the next meme coin, the smartest creators are building on Bittensor subnets, Bitcast is literally the bridge between AI content creation and crypto rewards. Subnet 93 is turning YouTube creators into crypto miners, no technical knowledge required. And you can learn from that, right? You can have your first miner of your content creation, like a content creator. I would recommend content creators to reach out to me and ask questions, right? Just to create content, earn detail. The creator economy revolution isn't coming. It's already here. Guys, we're in the attention economy. Everything is just going to continue to become massive, right? And a lot of these, you can already see YouTube cracking down, Kickstream, they're all cracking down on this stuff, right? Because they can't keep up with the market, right? If it's somebody not buying for likes or comments, you know what I mean? It's these marketing agencies taking advantage of creators, right? Whether it's not finding good projects, where there's not actually paying them, it's just rigged. And Bitcast fixes that, right? Right now it's just subjected to really the TAO ecosystem, but once the word gets out there and TAO actually becomes more retail friendly, you know, I would see, I could see the cap just blowing off of Bitcast. And again, make sure you guys watch my previous video that I made it here as well. If you got to pause the video to find it, pause the video. But I think that this project has massive potential sitting here at a $2 million market cap. It's actually undervalued when you think about the partnerships that they already have. They're also working with Yuma Group, and we know Yuma Group is owned by Barry Silbert, and we've seen that most of the projects that Yuma Group actually and I don't want to say partnership, but they collab with, usually do well within the Bittensor ecosystem, right? And literally almost every content creator that I know that's making content within the TAO ecosystem are also in some way partnered with Bitcast, right? So guys, this is so undervalued at a $2 million market cap. If you do create content, I would reach out to these guys. You know what I'm saying? I would put myself in a position to, you know, break the traditional market and get into content creation for Web3. I think content creation for Web3 is only getting started, and you want to get into this stuff early before it becomes, you know what I mean, saturated, right? Right now, the Bitcast economy is not saturated. It's thriving with opportunity, right? But you got to go out there and do the groundwork, man. You got to do the research. You got to put yourself in a position to win. But once this thing gets saturated, things change, right? So, you know, you don't want to wait too long. But hey, if you do, it is what it is. I also think it's a good opportunity for anybody holding the alpha token. I hold a lot of this alpha token, right? I believe in the project so much that I haven't really offloaded any of my alpha token, right? Took profits here and there from like 700,000. It did like a little 2x, almost a 3x, but I didn't take much off the table. I believe that this is undervalued, that this should be somewhere between 10 and 50 million right now, if not 100 million, right? Once all of these subnets start working, and they're already starting to work with Bitcast. They're already starting to work with Bitcast. So guys, go follow the Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter. Follow Bitcast on Twitter. I'll put the links. Subnet 93 is severely undervalued, guys, and we'll see at some point where 75% of the subnets within the ecosystem are working with Bitcast. And guess what's going to happen? The word of the mouth is going to spread, and then companies, whether it be Web3 or Web2, they're also going to work with Bitcast outside of just the Bittensor ecosystem. So let me know what you think about Subnet 93. It hasn't really had its move yet, like some of these subnets. So there's opportunity there. But I'm gonna holler at you guys. I wanted to make sure that we cover, you know, a couple subnets a week. Enjoy your weekend. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.